Selamat siang Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan semua, terima kasih bisa hadir bersama dengan kita masih di Manufacturing Digital Hub, di Manufacturing Digital Hub yang ada di area Manufacturing Indonesia. Nah, di dalam area Manufacturing Digital Hub ini banyak teman-teman penyedia teknologi, khususnya dari teknologi informasi yang menyajikan solusi dan produk mereka untuk bisa membantu terkait dengan smart manufacturing. Ini suatu hal yang sedang digalakkan oleh pemerintah kita di Indonesia semenjak April 2018. Nah, yang menarik di Pameran Manufacturing Indonesia yang sudah diadakan lebih dari 30 tahun, dan kesempatan kali ini diberikan kesempatan bekerja sama dengan Aptiknas untuk bisa membuat satu area khusus, area Manufacturing Digital Hub. Dan kali ini cukup menarik karena kita kedatangan juga dua perusahaan dari mitra asosiasi, yaitu dari MYAIRA, ini dari Malaysia ya. Dan ini memang menarik, solusi-solusi yang dibawa juga oleh member dari MYAIRA. Siapa nanti MYAIRA dan juga nanti mungkin bisa dibantu dijelaskan oleh narasumber kita. Dan kali ini kita akan bersama membahas tentang satu tema menarik. Karena apa? Karena salah satu kendala ataupun salah satu hal kalau di Indonesia yang menjadi masalah terkait dengan industri 4.0 ya, atau smart manufacturing adalah SDM. So one of the problem in Indonesia related to the implementation of the industry 4.0 is the human factor ya. That's why I think this panel, this discussion will be interesting for you, because kali ini kita akan bicara tentang satu skill yang sebetulnya memang pemerintah Indonesia, our government already know, and they already have some strategy related to implementation of STEM. Ya, jadi ini adalah satu hal yang menarik terkait dengan implementasi STEM, dan langsung saja kita akan mendengarkan dari narasumber kita, Mr. Soo Ho Hock Meng, or Mr. Meng, dari from T.Audela Sdn Bhd dari Malaysia, member dari MYAIRA, yang nanti akan membawakan bahannya developing your minds ya. Jadi waktunya kita persilakan for Mr. Meng, your 20 minutes. After that we comes to the discussion. Go ahead.
Terima kasih Pak Frankie. Terima kasih untuk peluang bicara tentang membangunkan pikiran muda. Bukan hanya satu masalah di Indonesia, ada masalah di beberapa negara juga, termasuk negara Malaysia. Tanggungjawab generasi kita ialah untuk mempersiapkan generasi muda untuk negara cerdas dan manufaktur cerdas. Yang there's a shortfall in terms of STEM education. Ada kekurangan dalam pendidikan STEM di negara-negara khusus di ASEAN. Yang kecuali mungkin negara Singapura dan mungkin negara China, tetapi selain dari itu semua negara ASEAN di kebelakangan tentang pendidikan STEM. Kenapa ini adalah paparan yang penting? Kerana untuk generasi muda, kalau mereka tidak siap dengan pendidikan STEM, mereka akan menjadi consumer, bukan creator. Dan itu agak penting, kerana untuk pembangunan negara, mereka harus siap untuk dengan pendidikan STEM. Yang setiap tahap perkembangan pikiran anak-anak berbeza, dan setiap tahap itu agak penting. Adalah peranan pengasuh untuk menyediakan lingkungan pertumbuhan yang paling kondusif untuk memastikan keberhasilan anak sejak usia sedini mungkin. ini merupakan tanggungjawab yang agak berat dan harus beradaptasi kerana lingkungan lokal dan global berkembang dengan cepat. Masa kanak-kanak semakin pendek menjadi dampak dari internet dan sosmed. Rentang perhatian juga semakin pendek. Dan ini adalah pengaruh dari sosmed seperti TikTok. Sekarang perhatian mereka kurang dari 30 detik. Dan ini menjadi agak susah untuk pendidik kerana mereka tidak ada perhatian yang cukup untuk pendidikan STEM. Ini adalah beberapa tahap perkembangan pikiran. Paparan ini bukan menjelaskan setiap tahapnya, hanya untuk menunjuk bahawa dari usia 1 tahun hingga usia 12 tahun, ini merupakan waktu yang penting untuk memperbangunkan pikiran mereka.
Cek. Louder please.
Maaf ya. So, yang sedang berlaku pada waktu ini ialah sindrom Aineni. Sindrom Aineni ialah sindrom yang ibu bapa menggunakan media.
It's okay in English.
Okay, it's a syndrome where parents use devices to distract children, and it's easy for the parents because then they don't get disturbed. Tidak dikacau ya. But what happens is the children become so used to using devices, their attention span is not used in the right manner. For example, I have a niece who's 10 years old, and from when she was young until now, her parents have always used mobile phones, cartoons to distract her so that they are not disturbed. And what has happened is, I had a conversation with her about a month ago, talking about programming, and her response was, yes, I've done some blocky programming, but it's not interesting. So what has happened is we have actually damaged the thinking process of children, that now the dopamine response, they need more and more dopamine response because they need that burst of dopamine to find things interesting. And that is very bad in terms of developing the mind for STEM education. There was a study done in 2019 which found that there was a correlation between the use of screen time and di antara penggunaan waktu di depan layar with behavioral issues like conduct, hyperactivity, and inattention. So this has only gotten worse in the last few years. So I'll just play a short video. Can you hear?
Seeking, and this is why apps on our phones are designed to constantly provide us with new content, making them hard to put down. As a result, 93% of young people aged 18 to 29 report using their smartphone as a tool to avoid boredom, as opposed to other activities like reading a book or engaging with people around them. This has created a new term, nomophobia, the fear or anxiety of being without your phone. We also see a change in brain patterns. Alpha rhythms are commonly associated with wakeful relaxation, like when your mind wanders off, whereas gamma waves are associated with conscious attentiveness. And experiments have shown that when a cell phone is transmitting, say during a phone call, the power of these alpha waves is significantly boosted, meaning phone transmissions can literally change the way your brain functions.
So we understand the problem. What is the solution? The solution is actually to really focus on STEM education. And in some ways, we cannot depend on the government. Parents have to take the responsibility for STEM education for their children. And STEM basically stands for Science, Technology, Kejuruteraan, dan Mathematics. It is not only limited to those areas, because STEM education is holistic. It affects all areas of education and becomes very important to develop the child holistically. We can talk about the problem forever, but we also must talk about what is available as a solution for the younger generation. What we have is a solution based around this little guy here. It's called the Awesome Board. And what this has is basically it focuses on technology development. It has a full curriculum, basically curriculum from primary school, prasekolah, hingga sekolah tinggi. So at every stage there is a curriculum developed for every age. It goes from basic to block programming, to utilization, pemanfaatan, customization, and then eventually it goes into full Python assembly language and full IoT development. So this spans the full age from 7 right up to above 12 years old, hingga sekolah tinggi. And this is a very well developed solution from Korea, dari Korea Selatan. This is the man who developed it, Hee Yong-jong, orang seperti K-drama actor ini. It is built around 3 devices: the Awesome Board, the Awesome Car, and the Awesome Block, which is the IoT solution. And what it does is it actually makes robotics fun. Robotics and programming makes it fun for the children. They can learn to assemble things themselves, so they get a hands-on. They can learn the programming from Blocky, and once they learn Blocky, what programming does is helps them think logically, so that they are ready for the next step. And then there are activities where they can develop more and more ideas, customized even for home use, right? It makes it relevant for their day-to-day life. So this is a basic introduction to what we have. We've got coding, and we have the robots, as well as we have the ability to control these devices using either mobile phones, computers, or even in a more advanced stage to actually download the code into the robot, and then to be able to perform autonomously. So it becomes an autonomous robot. This is just a quick snapshot of what they have done so far. It's become a very integral part of the South Korean education system, where they help develop computational thinking, artificial intelligence, and convergent problem solving. It's basically developed into 18 courses throughout South Korea right now. And this is the plan. The plan is to make it a global solution for STEM education. And it is actually a very conducive and very complete ecosystem for STEM education. It's just a quick snapshot of what is available. And that's my contact number and my email. Thank you.
Oke, thank you Mr. Meng. Jadi ini sangat menarik sekali ya Bapak Ibu rekan-rekan, karena STEM ini memang sebetulnya I think our government already know that the STEM is needed. They already put some curriculum in the current education. Especially now in Indonesia we have what we call the Merdeka curriculum. So the Merdeka curriculum has been established since last year, but only on specific grade, not all grade. But now this year, semua grade, all grade, they can customize their own curriculum. That's why we call it Curriculum Merdeka. So one of them is to put in the STEM education in the curriculum, in the sometimes in high school, elementary even, they can also put this education, ya. Nah, I think another thing also, Mr. Meng, that in Indonesia currently, for example, even the kindergarten kid can also play with the robot like this. Yeah, with the robot like this. In elementary school, they already know the Scratch. I think you use the Scratch, right? Scratch programming. They already use the Scratch programming. But currently, I think since this robot sometimes they think expensive, they only able to push the Scratch into small board, yeah, small board with the LED. So only play the LED. But they also consider as a STEM. So I think number one is comes to the question, yeah. Who will fit to use this kind of STEM education?
This fits the entire age from prasekolah right through to high school, because there are different other tahap-tahap yang berbeza untuk curriculumnya. So every year there is a different set of curriculum using the same robot and the car and the robot block. But each year there's a difference. So we will start with basic from very young, and then we go into Scratch programming, and then we go into utilization. So utilization means how to use it in day-to-day life. And then the next step should be customizing it for a particular purpose. So it could be autonomous dancing, for example, swarm behavior. So it helps build on using the building blocks from the previous curriculum to build up to the later stage. And then you know that within each block of Scratch programming, there's actually a Python code. So it actually helps them to transfer from Scratch programming to Python code very fast, because now once they learn the logic, then the language comes naturally after that.
Yeah. Okay. So it means that all the grades can start learning about this, yeah?
So this particular device can be used for many years, just making it, increasing the level of complexity at every stage.
So in your opinion, how to solve, yeah? Because I think in some schools, they think this, I don't know how expensive this is. But now what we have now in school, they only buy 1 or 2 units, and they share with the students, among the students. So they play with it, but Yeah, not at the same time lah.
Yeah. So we are also looking at other solutions now.
Yeah.
My partner and I are looking at other solutions which are more affordable.
Yeah.
Using microbit programming. So again, having the ability to use hands-on to do assembly, and then using microbit blocky programming and moving all the way up to Python programming.
Oh,
It will be a lot. Well, we're looking at something around 300, about 500,000 rupiah. So it's a lot more affordable and easier to use. And what we can do is we can use it at a much later stage, because whatever they build on the previous curriculum, they can then adapt to
Yes.
this. Because if we move further up, there will be things like robotic arms as well. Because when you do Python programming, you can also do programming for robotic arms.
Yeah. So that's a good thing ya. Jadi STEM programming ini perlu buat kita di Indonesia, dan mungkin salah satunya memang bentuknya adalah seperti robot-robot kecil seperti ini yang bisa digunakan mulai dari sekolah ya, bahkan dari yang paling kecil sekalipun. Karena menurut saya memang I think sometimes if you just do the scratch programming, but you cannot see the physical.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, the most important in programming is to realize the programming.
Yeah.
To see the output.
And the logic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if there's no, if you can do programming, but if you don't see the output, then it becomes jadi percuma, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you cannot see whether it works or it doesn't work. You cannot see the real benefit of it. Whereas it's very important to have devices like this to see the outcome and then to learn from it. Because it's a feedback mechanism.
Yeah.
You plan, do, action, and then correct, right?
Yeah.
So that's very important.
Oke. Ya. Oke. Apakah ada pertanyaan dari audiens? Ya. Oke, jadi mungkin kita in summary, Mr. Meng, thank you for
Thank you
your
very much, Prof.
insight. So I think Indonesia will definitely need this kind of solution, but please consider how to solve the budget issue. Yeah. I met some Singaporean.
Yeah.
They also ran it. Yeah, the school just ran it.
Yeah.
But Indonesia, I don't know whether it will work or not. But there are some way that I think this kind of solution can work in Indonesian schools. Yeah.
Yes.
One of them is the schools paid.
We will have to find a way to make it affordable.
Yes. Ya. Jadi ini salah satu solusi menarik yang menjadi dasar untuk implementasi STEM, dan STEM ini adalah dasar dari apa yang kita lihat sekarang di lingkungan manufacturing Indonesia terkait dengan solusi-solusi smart manufacturing. Once again, Mr. Meng, thank you for your